Geordie Retro Chasers, welcome back guys. Happy Bank Holiday everyone, welcome back to GRC, welcome back to Chase HQ, welcome to our next episode. Alright, so what are we up to this week? Well, we are about to get in the car and go on a bit of a road trip. So that would be me, Junior GRC and Mrs GRC. We are heading to Teesside. More importantly, we're heading to Middlesbrough, which is famous for its football team. And it is famous for its Palmos. And then we are heading to Redcar, which is famous for... So, two stores in particular. One is a retro and modern game shop. So, everything that we look for when it comes to this channel. Anything 80s and 90s or vintage or retro. And then we're going to jump in the car again and we're going to drive another 15 to 20 minutes out of the coast to Redcar, and hopefully we're going to find a few more bits in the second shop, which is a very bit of a knicky-knack shop, has a little bit of everything in there, so I'm super stoked to show you guys. Okay, so let's get in the car, let's hit the road, and let's see what we can find. Guys, we are here in Middlesbrough Town Centre, woohoo! And our first visit today is Super Games World here in Middlesbrough. So, let's go and find the store, let's see what stock they've got, and let's go and make some purchases and shoot some footage. Let's do it. Okay guys, welcome to Super Games World in Middlesbrough. Okay everyone, we have made it to stop number 2. We are now currently in Redcar in Teesside, the lovely little seaside village that it is, or town, however you want to see it. And we are about to look at Mr. Chinnery's Emporium and Nicky Knack shop. Let's go have a look. Hey guys, welcome to Mr. Chinnery's Emporium. Okay everyone, welcome back to Chase HQ. I hope you enjoyed our little road trip as much as we did. Hope you enjoyed having a look around those two awesome shops as much as we did. So before we get into the pickups, I do need to say a massive thank you to Naz. He is from Super Games World, for allowing us in to shoot some footage. And then I have to give a big shout out to Matt and his wife from is it Chinnery's? However you pronounce it. You know, I'm still to this day a little bit unsure, but we're going to go with Chinnery's, Mr. Chinnery's Emporium. So again, thanks for letting us in, and thanks for, more importantly, being accommodating to me and more importantly to my family. Big respect. Support your local businesses, guys. Get out there. Go have a look. All right, let's move into this week's pickups. So, bit of a short pickup video this week because we don't have any boot fair footage, which is ironic when the sun is absolutely smashing it outside. But I do have a lot of plans for this weekend, so unfortunately, no boot fair footage, but I'm sure we'll be back there in the next few weeks. So we'll go through a few of the pickups, what I picked up, which weren't included in the footage, just some of the stuff I've grabbed this week. And then we'll go through the stuff that I bought from the two stores. Okay, so into the pickups that I didn't get from the two stores, the two random pickups. The first one was a game purchase. And when I mean game, I don't mean something you play on, I mean as in the shop. Having a little walk around the local shopping centre with my daughter. I think that might have been Thursday, I think. Had a little spying game. She's starting to really play on the DS at the minute, so we're starting to look for some DS games for a 3 to 4 year old. Any advice, pop it in the comments underneath. And then when I was in there, I picked up a Funko Pop, which now, as you can see over my shoulder, I'm a big Funko Pop collector, and especially the music ones. You know, you can see we have the 3 Notorious B.I.G. ones. Big shout out Retro Ghetto. And this one is actually Jam Master J. Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with who Jam Master J is, he is or was one of 3 people from the hip-hop group Run DMC from the 80s. Reverend Run, Daryl DMC, and Jam Master J. Jam Master J was the DJ. Now, if you know me a little bit, you'll know that I DJ in my spare time. So that resonated with me. And unfortunately, Jam Master J, God rest his soul, is no longer with us. He was cruelly taken from the world by an assassin, or if you know, whatever you want to call them, something not very nice. So again, that's why I picked this up. Resonated with me. It's probably going to sit in between Prince and Jimi Hendrix, or find its way onto the Music Funko shelf. So yeah, first pickup done. Second pickup. I want to give a big shout out to Kev Moon from That Retro Game Shop. Now, I'm not going to give you too much away, too many spoilers, because we are going to go there possibly next week to shoot some footage. But Kev has always looked after me. Whenever I've been in his store, you know, he's always made sure that I get a good deal. And he is my go-to man for anything Nintendo. Whether it be, you know, if you know me personally or know me well, I'm a big NES collector. I know I haven't shared it on YouTube yet. You know, Dads and Lads Gaming are always on my case to show the games room and the toy room and the games collection. I promise you guys, it is coming. I will get there. I promise. But back to the pickups. I picked up a lovely minty copy of Dr. Mario on the Game Boy. So big shout out to Kev for hooking me up with this. Also big shout out to Chris from Games and Stuff. Glad you got your Mario. Don't know if you can remember, cast your mind back to last week when I had that nightmare and I had the crisscross of addresses with the eBay purchase. I'm happy to inform you guys that Chris managed to get his Super Mario 2 and he's a happy chap. So yeah, big shout out Chris for certainly not falling out with me for sending you a £1.20 game. So yeah, pretty stoked to add Dr. Mario. And like I say, the reason I've mentioned Chris is he's probably his fault that I'm falling down a Game Boy rabbit hole. Anyways, big shout out to you too. Okay guys, the next pickups are the ones we picked up from the stores we went to in the footage. So whenever I go and I shoot, you know, I don't just want to go there and make a YouTube video and leave. You know, I think that's probably a little bit rude. The whole reason I'm going there to shoot this footage is because I'm going to buy something. You know, as you can see behind us, I'm an avid collector. So if I'm in a store or a shop or a booth like that, 9 out of 10 times I'm going to walk away with something. So let's get into what we picked up from Super Games World. Is an NTSC version. Now everyone go, oh, what you bought an NTSC version for? A, I have a converter so I can play it on my normal Super Nintendo, and B, we actually have an NTSC Super Nintendo downstairs, and that was a pretty minty copy of the Addams Family. Okay, guys, big shout out to Naz for hooking us up with this. If you open it up, like I said, it won't be your standard PAL cart. You know, as you can see, it is the NTSC cart with that lovely cover, and then he does have the manual in the back. So yeah, big shout out to Super Games World, big shout out to Naz for hooking me up with the copy of the Addams Family on Super Nintendo. Go pay him a visit. Moving into the next set of pickups. Okay, so these were from Mr. Chinnery's Emporium. Again, I am still struggling on how to pronounce it. Even if you put it in the comments underneath, I don't know, unless you can help me out. I really should have asked Matt when I was there how to pronounce it. But I cannot stress enough how much I absolutely love this store. You know, you can rake, you can dig, it's full of knickknacks. It is literally everything this channel is dedicated to. Retro, vintage, old school, 80s and 90s. Please, if you're ever in Redcar, which I know is, you know, if you're from the northeast, fair enough. If you're not, it's worth a little road trip. Drop in and see. He's literally 5 minutes from the beach. So that makes it even better, and he is so accommodating, and his store again is stacked to the rafters with stock. Okay, so we'll go through the little knick-knacky bits that I picked up first, and then I'll show you the main thing that I bought when I was there. So the first two things I bought were two loose. Oh well, they weren't actually. They weren't. These were given to me. These were given to me as gifts by Matt. You know, and you always have that argument with people that, you know, I haven't come here to sponge anything or get anything for free. I'm here to spend money with you, support my local businesses. But he insisted on allowing me to have these for free. So I picked up a Hasbro WWE figure, WF. And of course, we picked up Lion-O from the Thundercats, which I've got 3 loose Thundercats over here. He'll sit with them. So big shout out, Matt, for hooking me up with some freebies. Thank you very much. Okay, so the two most interesting things I bought. Oh, actually, no, I didn't. He gave me a third thing for free. My apologies. Matt, apologies. He actually gave me this for free. He said, if you buy this, the other one, I'll chuck those 3 in. And again, he was one of those gentlemen who wouldn't take no for an answer. You know, I said, you know, as I've just said, I'm not here to take things for free. I'm here to buy. I said, no, buy that. You can take those for free. And the other thing I got, which he gave me, again, free of charge, was it's an old school Nintendo iPod holder for an iPod Nano. Is that what they were called, iPod Nanos? And when I got this, when I was in the car on the way home, I thought to myself, this can't be an official licensed Nintendo product. And slapped me down. There it is. There's the stamp of approval. It is an official licensed Nintendo product. So cool little iPod cover. Big shout out to Matt again for hooking me up for that. Yeah, thank you very much. The last pickup, and the one that I'm pretty stoked about, and the one that I did actually pay for. Matt didn't give me this one for free. You know, he said this one's not an expensive piece, but, you know, it certainly wasn't cheap. So he said, you know, take this with you. If you buy this, those 3 you can have for free. Now, if you watched, I think not last episode or the episode before, I can't remember, we found the Batman books, and I went through how much that movie changed my life as a child. Well, probably just on par with that movie is another 80s movie, and it is an action movie. And it was voted one of the goriest movies of the 80s, which, you know, is what it is. But again, it had a massive influence on me as a child, and it probably influenced my taste in movies, and that is RoboCop. Now, this obviously isn't from the original RoboCop. I think this is a later, I think it's probably from 3, because it's got the jetpack with it. But he is beautifully still on his card, Unfortunately, the little button on the middle of his chest doesn't work. Again, an official licensed product, because as you can see, it has the Orion Pictures logo right here. And it has the Orion Pictures logo right here, which obviously tells me it's official licensed product. Like I said, he is still on card. He is dated 1993. So maybe I cannot remember, I'm not sure on the timelines for RoboCop. I do know the original one was mid to late 80s. Number 2, number 1 was a masterpiece. Number 2 was okay. Number 3 went off the rails ever so slightly with, the samurai guy and the jetpack. And I'm pretty sure this is where we had the arm-mounted gun. Again, please excuse me if I'm wrong and correct me in the comments below. Okay, guys, we are done for another week. Like I said, bit of a short pickup video this week. Before I go, if I could ask you to do one thing, and that is to hit my subscribe button, please. I did ask if we could push this channel over 100 subscribers within the last week, and I'm really happy to announce we are over 100 subscribers. So thank you very much for your contribution and for your subscriptions. And yeah, that's it. That's another episode of Geordie Retro Chasers done and dusted. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's right here. You can. If you want to see what we've got for sale on eBay, right here, you can. You can also check out the rest of our episodes, which would be 1 to 5, which are currently up and running on the channel. In the meantime, guys, again, from me and everyone here at Geordie Retro Chasers, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for liking. And I will see you all next week, and we will see you on the flip side. Peace.